Hey guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Oluchi and I want to film this video if you're still a student or if you're yet to enter the university. This video is specially for you, so don't skip it. So I recently finished school. This is actually my life story. I recently finished school, and after school and after service, there are some things I wish I knew back then when I was in school, and I just want to share with any person still in school or planning on entering school from my experience. And I hope this video actually helps you or help you do the best. So if Nigeria, as we all know, is a place where if you don't have a rich uncle, a rich auntie, if you're just there, you're just trying to survive, it's usually difficult, especially after school. So basically what you're going to encounter in school is usually like the tip of what you experience or you're going to encounter after school. So I finished school in 2019. I studied a course, a very difficult course. So after my school, I sat down to think, and I'm like, oh my god, there are some things I wish I had done or I didn't do back then in school. So going to Nigeria, as we all know, like so many people go to school these days. So many people graduate every year. Every year, people are shouting 4 years don't work hard. People are shouting done with degree, all of this stuff. But then after school, what next? Like that's the thing. After school, what next? That's where you start to see, and that's why most people go through depression. Most people go through a lot of things. Most people have to do so many things after school, especially in this country where getting a job can be quite difficult after school, especially if you don't have any help. So basically, before entering school, our advice, it's usually not easy, but this is my advice to you. Basically, before school, try and learn a skill. I know people be like, oh my god, I hate it when people say like learn a skill. Must everybody learn a skill? But it's just for you. Like it could be something you like to do, or it could be something that can help you actually after school. Because these days people are tired of like I'm a first class graduate, so on. It's all over the streets. So what else do you have to offer? So just like try to learn a skill before school, and it's going to help you. First of all, it's going to help you to meet lots of people, and then it's going to expand your expand your horizon to life, and to actually see what life is like 1 year before school. So our advice to but if you enter school immediately after secondary school, that's fine. But if you enter school, if you're done with secondary school and you don't get admission immediately into the school of your choice, don't feel depressed, don't be sad. Use that 1 year or use that 2 years and do something. You can learn a skill, you can go for a computer training, you can get a job. Very important. Seriously, that's going to help you in your experience. Because sometimes when you're done with school and you go for job interviews and they're like 2 years of experience, they're like 5 years, and you don't have any experience because you just finished school and you don't have any experience. So you want to do any of those things. Don't just stay at home. If you're going for lesson, that's fine, but also have time to also do other things. That's what I suggest. So I'm not because sometimes people want to start something and they don't have the vibe again for school. So I'm you can actually be going for lesson and you can actually be doing those things, but if you can, it's going to help you a lot after school. These are the things I wish I knew. So if you can, so the second thing I'm going to recommend when you're in school is to pass through school. Don't let school pass through you. Very important. Don't just be for the grades. When I when I was in school, I was for the grades. I was only for the grades, first class or nothing. It didn't really work that way. It doesn't really work that way. So you have to interact with people, socialize with people. Those are people you're going to know after school. So interact with people, socialize with people, engage, participate in activities. Yeah, so I don't say to overdo it. Participate in activities, don't overdo it. It's when you overdo things that's usually hard for you to graduate. But basically school is you have to have time and give yourself time for those things. Have time for fun, have time to participate in activities, join clubs, join different societies, If they're like, if they have your state meeting, participate. If they have like an interactive course, participate. Don't just be about party, party, party. Find time to participate in things. And also, if you can participate in politics, it's going to help you. Yeah, it's going to help you in one way or the other. It's going to help you to meet people, so you want to like try and engage in other things outside your books. So these things I'm saying basically might not partake to everybody. So basically, if you're studying medicine, you might not like want to like put into these rules. But if you're studying like education, if you're studying like um agric, like if you're studying a normal course, not medical courses, I feel like these things should apply to you. So find time to partake in activities, especially in your first year. When your first year can be usually hard because you're just trying to like blend in, you're trying to find accommodation, you're trying to like register your courses. All of those things can be hard, but when you settle down, like find time to like meet your people, your state people, your like try to know things and try to like partake in things. So if you can't stay in the hostel, if you can't stay um off camp, that's just like based on your choice. So also, if you can start a business in school. Yes, I mean it. So starting a business, I don't mean giving it your all and all. It's an experience. So basically, like you've seen people like doing maybe during parties or doing like faculty night or during night, they're showcasing this like they have this like stickers of different people. So like if you feel you want to start a business, the best time to start is in school. Do you know why? It's like it presents you to a lot of people. More people are going to know you when you start something in school than outside, than when you're done with school, because when you start in school you have more chances to showcase it to more people. So you want to like start something and have the experience and do the experience as you go. Don't forget, I don't advise anybody to forget your books, but the ability to combine both of them perfectly well is what makes you smart. Yes, that's what makes you smart. You don't just all want to be about books, 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 books. No, like that's not all there is to school. So you want to like start something, or if you cannot do that, you want to like find pastime, something, maybe something you go for weekend or something you go for after school. Maybe you can read at night. You just have to find time for yourself, because if you notice basically like when school is starting, like when you don't have something, because I'm noticing that about myself. When I don't have something doing, like when I'm free, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this next time, and I'm just like chilling, I'm just like relaxing, watching movies, passing away my time. But when I have something doing, or when I have a business, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this helps me to plan myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to read at night, I'm going to do this. I'm like, I don't have much time, so I have to like maximize the time I have. But when I feel I have enough time on my hands, I'm doing nothing, I while away my time. So if you can, or something is just my advice, find something to do. It can be a part-time one. Maybe you make hair. Yes, so that's why I say like learn a skill before school. So if you make hair, you can make hair at weekend. I saw this post of this girl, she's in school, and she uses her time very well. So on her page she's like, I make hair so and so, like maybe on weekends, and then she makes hair like when she's on break and all of these things, and she's actually good with it. But when school is in section or all of these things, she's like we're not in section. But then during holidays, on weekend, or when she has time, or usually when school is just starting, she like makes hair for people, and she earns school cash like at her convenience. She does that, and it's good for her. So if you can make hair, if you do nails, like whatever you can do, if you bake or whatever you can do, just try and do that. Basically, when you're in school, do that for fun and do that for some cool cash. Like that school is going to help you to meet a lot of people. It's going to make you to learn and to like perfect in what you're doing. But basically, when you learn that skill and when you don't like practice it when you're in school, sometimes you get to forget those things. So you can also like sign up with a cyber cafe or with a salon where you do those things on weekend, or when you assist them, or on weekends, or maybe after school as your convenience. So those things are actually going to help you, like basically in school. Then also don't forget God. Like some schools are basically more spiritual than physical, because sometimes your script can be missing due to the carelessness of the lecturers, or sometimes like due to certain things your script might get missing, or like basically school is more of God, and like so that's why you have to put God first when you're also in school. Like most of the experience I have, like me graduating school is just of God, and the result I have is just of God. It's not by my doing, because when I was in school I had so many time in my hand, and I'm just like regretting like so many things I did not do back then in school, and I'm like, if I had known, I would have done this, I would have done that. And I know I will still have time for myself, because in my finals I had so many things to do, and I even did better when I had so many things on my hand than in my second year when I was just free, like whiling away my time. And I'm like, oh my god, I would have done this, I would have done that, because I know I don't have time, so I have to maximize the little time I have. Also, if you're good with acting, this is also the best time for you to engage in activities, in acting clubs, like so many things like this, when you get to like perfect your skills. So if you have this talent of singing, of acting, comedy, like this is the best time for you, seriously, because this is when you get the audience when you're in school. So I highly recommend you do this. Also, like you learn to go for like church activities. Don't forget God, don't get carried away and forget God, because sometimes most people in school, they're like, they don't go to church, they don't participate in activities, and they feel like this is the time to party, this is the time to have fun. Yes, you have to have fun, but still have time for God. It's very necessary, because when you're done with school, your mates are graduating, you're not graduating, you're going to feel bad. No one is going to like that. So you have to have time for yourself and also have time for God. This is not part of my channel, but I'm led to like do this video to encourage anybody, like if you come across this video, just try. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Like it's definitely going to be worth it. Also, if you can, please volunteer for services. Go to companies. Be like, I want to do an internship during your holidays. Oh my god, during your holidays, don't stay at home, I beg you, don't stay at home. Look for a job, a part job for 1 month, 2 months. Do that. If you have a skill, be like, I'm available for service, book me. If you can make hair, book me. Like whatever you can do. If you want to like go for internship, like find jobs. Seriously, like it's easier for you, you're going to learn a lot. Don't stay at home during your holidays. Look for something to do, because when you're done with school, it's not funny. After service, it's not funny. So let me say you're done with school, right? You still have the chance, your service year. Talk about doing your service. Doing your service year, you know you don't have anybody to help you after service, and you're relaxing. You're relaxing. Don't do that. So if you can, apply early so you get a good state, and when you get that state, start your BPA should be a good place. It should be a good place. Like I'm saying, I'm not joking. Your BPA should be a good place where you're probably going to be retained, or where you're probably going to meet lots of people that are going to help you after your service. Also, if you're doing something, this is the time to, oh my gosh. So if you wanted to start a business in school, maybe you didn't really like get to start that business in school, your service time is the best time. Getting allowance, put that money to good use. Don't while away that money. Put that money to good use. First of all, like save up some money, start with something. If you want to start a logistics, if you want to start an online business, whatever you plan to do, start at that time. Seriously, I wish I knew these things. I wish I knew this thing. Start at that time. Maybe after school, it's like you did not like start up something, or you did not do all these things I've said before. Your service is still another opportunity for you to do that. So let's say you're done with service, you're done with school, like me, and yeah, you still have the opportunity. I started my business after school. It's better late than never. So like, still do these things and read a lot. It's going to help you travel, meet people. It's going to help you a lot. And basically after school, you're just like, it's a lonely journey. It's a lonely journey. It's just you, and especially when you don't have a job, you're feeling sad, your classmates, they're working, and most of your friends are working, they don't have your time anymore, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's just me. So yeah, it's better late than never. Start something. Don't while away your time online. There are going to be daily news every time. So just start something and focus on yourself. Read a lot. Pray to God. And yeah, God is going to help you, and He always makes the way for His children. So do have an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I was led to film this video. So do have an amazing day. Bye.